Ed Bihari.
Thank you, Doc. Good evening, everybody. I'm here with my ex-girlfriend, my wife, Mary. And I was telling Mary that actually I've known you guys longer than I knew her. I've spent more time with you, grade school, high school, college. Some of my fondest memories were in grade school and high school with you guys. Unfortunately, I did not graduate in '65 at the Ateneo de Manila. I graduated in Ateneo de Davao, still Ateneo. Then I came back for college at the Ateneo again. So I'm blue-blooded all my life. I wear blue all the time, blue socks, blue everything. So I'm really very happy to be here. And my wife is also very happy to be here. I speak for her. Thank you.
Thank you. Ed has been so generous with bringing the classmates through his helicopter and the tugboat, which is named Mary. He has toured the classmates all the way to Corregidor and Manila Bay.
Well, now that you mentioned it, since I'm not flying for the next month because I'm going to be here in the States, my expense for flying, which is about $500, if I can save $500, can I donate that to the Bag Fund?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next.
Sarison.
Yeah. Okay. Dr. Valenton.
Robert. Valenton. I'm here with my wife, Evelyn, sitting over there. I want to thank the people from East Coast for hosting this event. My wife and I, as always, attended our events year out, and we always had joy and fun with the Buangs. And I'm happy to see that this group has grown. Years ago, I cannot remember when, but we in LA used to have a gathering, small gathering amongst us. And pretty soon, LA and San Francisco got together, so it was a bigger group. And then we had one big event a few years ago, and then we continued on, and then every year we have reunion to this date here. So it's easy. I mean, my wife and I, well, she's busy with her work, but when it comes to attending our reunion, it is easy for me to ask her to come because she always likes to be here. Actually, one of our classmates, Arthur Valles, is a very close friend of mine, and he died several months ago. Oh, it's been a year now, right? It's been a year now. Well, we called him endearingly Pebo or Phoebus or the Pebo. Anyway, for me, because we've been together all the time, so we miss him. We were close from, I think, from grade school and to medicine and up to here in the United States. I just want to mention that's it. And also, following Oya was saying that about longevity, I'd like to remind you that through in science, we are starting to understand how we live, how long we can live. And I think there is research now in that area. And I don't think it will benefit us at our age, but if you look, I'm looking in the cemetery. women died in the 70s. So I don't know if this is inspiring for us, pero we still have 10 years to go.
Bert is the practice of family medicine. Is that correct, Bert? Family medicine.
Semi-retarded.
Johnny, oh Johnny.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't want to talk about death.
Let's talk about gold.
We are from the non-honor section.
Yes.
And since we don't have any titles like being honor students, we proclaim that we're just rock stars. So it's a pleasure to say hi to you once again, since I have not talked to you from grade school, high school, and college. It took us 55 years to say hello. But it's never too late. Anyway, I'm married to Nanette. We've been together now for 17 years. I've lived here in the United States for 41. I've decided to retire in the Philippines, and it's really more fun in the Philippines. No regrets. So for all you old guys who are really thinking of retiring, please consider coming home, because this is one way that you can give back to the community, and it's really nice to spend time with all our classmates that we haven't seen in a long, long time. Though I miss Henry a lot since we've been together in New York. But every time I see him, it's always a pleasure. But now, since I'm in Manila, I'm with Ed Meares. Sorry, Henry. Eat your heart out. Thank you.
I'm Gabi Paredes. Yes, I'm Gabi Paredes. And I'd just like to comment. I'll take it from what Toto says. Magpapaalam. And good book towels and last quarter of our life. I don't know about you. I'm just doing the round robin here. I'm so energized to be with all of you that I feel I could live another 60 years. And since I have 60 more years, and since all of you are going to go ahead, I'm going to be a mortician. And make a lot of money on you guys. I love you all. With my beautiful wife, Maria. I met Marian in New York, 1974, when I was already engaged. Well, you know what happened. Thank you.
That is the shortest time that Gabi Paredes has held a microphone and gave it up. I'm Sonny Ramirez, my wife Cherry. About 13 years ago, we sort of got together with a bunch of guys, Tony Boquer, Alexo, Jacob De Veros, and we used to arrange a time, Sunday afternoons, where we would get on our computer and we would, at that time, wala pang internet eh. But we would try to get in touch with each other and we would talk over the, what do you call it, over the computer.
Over the internet.
Over the internet, no? Small internet there. And we would talk, and the way we would talk is, hello Jack, over. Sasagot si Jack, hi Sonny, over. Ganyan ang usapan namin noong araw. And no, Tony in Hawaii, Alexo in Manila. And I'm glad 13 years after, we have this great group of ours that's growing each year. And we're all together and having fun, and that's what life is all about. Between family and friends, this is what it's all about. So glad to see you all.
Good evening, I'm Boy De Claro, and I'm happily married to my wonderful wife. I married the first scholastica that I met, and we've been married for 40 years this year. So, Curito also, however, graduated from Assumption High School.
You think, huh?
Well, you know, just looking around and appreciating the East Coast group, I must tell you this, guys. You know, the last time we were here was about 2-3 years ago with Lanny and Father Lenny. And I tell you, he really enjoyed that trip. You guys made that trip really wonderful for him. And in fact, when we were talking about this Buangan, you know, here in BC, sabi niyo, boy, sa ano na lang tayo pumunta? Sa October. Para, kasi masyadong malaki yun, nakakapagod. You know how his condition was. But, you know, so that was the plan. The plan was we were supposed to be here in October. But, well, just suffice it to say that things happened. And the Lord had better plans for him. At any rate, I think the better plan for him was that, you know, he was very excited about the feeding program. And the feeding program saw its roots. And the feeding program is now able to feed about 2,200 severely malnourished children in the public schools of Manila. And I think the Lord said to him, sige, pwede ka na umalis. And ang buwisit na pare, umalis na hindi man lang magpapala. But we all love him, and you know, we remember him, as you can note from the anecdotes. And you know, it's just that he really, Father Lenny really wanted, you know, wanted this. He said, ang gusto niya talagang gawin when he retired as a parish priest, no? He wanted to minister to his classmates, no? And he did that very wonderfully. And it was in one of these discussions that President for Life, but now Emeritus President Rigo Kawili, came up with this thing, no? Ang gusto natin gawin is to bring everybody to heaven. Pero Rigo, sabi nga ni Gabi, wag mo na. So, well, we are excited to be here. This is the first real big Buangan that we've been to, and we're looking forward to this coming days. Thank you.
No. Oops, I'm sorry.
Oh.
First off, I'd like to express my gratitude to the East Coast Group for organizing this happy event. And second, to all you nice people for coming and making it a success. My name is Ed Canilao, and I'm from Concord, California. I've been retired for the past 3 years from the Doctors Division of Levi Strauss, mainly because of my chronic kidney disease, which I've checked through aerobics and strength training. So right now I'm good. I've lost about maybe 35 pounds. I'm married to Vivica Canila, who unfortunately could not make it tonight because she still works, unfortunately, as the Vice President for Bank of the West. Thank you.
Going back to Boy De Claro, Boy De Claro is one of the supporters of Gawad Kalinga. During our Ruby Jubilee, Wyatt company supported Gawad Kalinga by matching the production of the class. We produced 20 homes, and Wyatt supported the project by having a counterpart of 20 homes. Thank you, Boy.
I am Tito Legasto. I was selected president in absentia, so I couldn't say no. Anyway, I'll try my best to do whatever I can, and really very hard to follow the footsteps of our El Presidente Kawili. Let's give him a big round of applause. Anyway, I'm here with my wife, Marilo, She's been attending almost all the Buangas ever since we started attending it in Simi Valley, Wichita, Honolulu. And every time we attend, we get closer to most of us, and it's been really more, every time we meet our classmates become more warm with each other, and the more of this reunion coming in, we feel that we get to know each other much more. So I guess next year with Bert organizing the Spain Valencia reunion, maybe we can try our best to join him also. Really, this class is really all about reaching out to each other, and I think this is one way we have tried to do that. But not only amongst us, but also the fact that we have our bag program, which Dodo is heading. Just to let you know that the bag fund is about $1 million right now, thanks to the contribution of the class. It's been able to give benefits. We actually don't say it's an assistance, but really a medical benefit for everyone, whether you can afford it or not. Some have actually donated back some of the proceeds, which is very laudable. And we of course have the feeding program, which Boy was chaired last year. It was, we started actually with only 200, and now we're 2,200 school children that we're feeding. And this year we're targeting about not only 2,200, but maybe hopefully 3,000. The project will cost something about 2.2 million. And so far we've gotten very good commitments that we will reach that amount. And we will be able to feed the school children. And just recently we just finished, we launched a book which we published. It's the 5-Peak book. Of course, the guy behind it was Arben Santos. He actually put in the bill of about 3 million. We generated sales and sponsorship of about 3.5 for now. But we still have a lot of inventory that we can sell, which is really all profits that will go to our class. And we will share half of that to the ADMU Sports Foundation. And if you need any books that you can sell, that would help. Yeah, that's the book that Boy is showing. It's a very, very nice book. We brought some, but we don't have enough copies because it was so heavy. But I think we have a number of copies with Raul, with Corny Cruz. He has about 50 copies which we sent to him. So, on behalf of the class, thank you very much for the support you give to the foundation. We have, for those who don't know, we have a foundation. It's called the ADMU616569 Foundation, Inc. And I think we're one of the few class that has a foundation dedicated to helping out others. And aside from having fun, we're also helping others. Thank you very much.
Thank you. To Tito's initiative, our foundation is properly audited by an external auditor. The external auditor audits all the funds of the foundation. And we are compliant with the Securities and Exchange Commission, and with the help of Lani Nanyagas, we will become a tax-exempt foundation pretty soon. So,
we're in good hands.
We're in good hands, Mr. Treasurer Babitan. Thank you. Next, Tito.
Hi, good evening. I'm Tito Santos. I am the fourth Tito. Mga tokayo, ilan? 4 na tayo, di ba? Kaya lang dito sa Amerika, pag Tito Santos, hindi maintindihan, kaya natuto na ako ng Tito Sanchez. Pero pagbalik sa Pinas, Tito Santos ulit. I'm with my lovely wife, baby. Teresian. I think there was also a number of Teresians here. Oh, yeah.
Telly.
Yeah, telly. Oh, may assumption. Oh, ang dami, ang dami. So we have Assumptionistas, Marinolas, and Scholasticas. Anyway, I'm not yet retired. I thought I would be. I'm, as most of you know, I'm with Ateneo. I was invited to join the Ateneo, and well, I'm enjoying spending my time there. There have been quite a number of changes sa Ateneo. We have a new president of 3 years, Father Jet Villarin, relatively young. Kasi compared to, if we compare other people to us, lahat sila bata na, di ba? If we compare to us, relatively young, he has a lot of well, dynamism in him, changes in his vision, thrust towards academic excellence, and environment, social development, and physical improvements also. There's a new project to build a creativity hub. The project costs about 500 million pesos. It will house parang more of humanities, arts, a theater, a museum, and then a center for developing creativity of our students. They envision that to be an iconic building. We now have ang icons natin, iconic buildings. We have the Blue Eagle Gym, the Church of the Jesu, and then this should be the third one. So a lot of changes physically, but also in terms of trust, as I mentioned, academic excellence, social development is a major thrust, and one of these is yung feeding program, of which we are a part, and we're very proud of that. Recently, there was an announcement that one of these, this feeding program that we are partnering with Ateneo is now involves a total of about 20,000 school children being fed on a daily basis. Now, more than half of that is supported by local government units, which in the end, that's really the responsibility of LGUs. But then, about less than half is private sector, so less than 10,000, of which our share now is more than 2,000. And that is acknowledged by Ateneo, we now call it the Father Lenny Sumpaico feeding program, that we are a major contributor to this major social development project of the Ateneo. And I think that's something we should all be proud of and which we will continue to support. So I think let's give ourselves a big hand for this very good project. And again, I think we cannot say more than enough thanking our East Coast organizers for this wonderful Thank you very much.
Thank you. Tito was the one who introduced the feeding program to the foundation, and we thank you, Tito. The nutritious meal costs $11.50 per meal. For a 1,500 donation, you are able to support an undernourished children or child of one nutritious meal a day for the whole school year. So 1,500 to feed an undernourished child for one whole school year. Many of these children go to school without breakfast and they go back home without lunch. And that's the reason they are underperforming. So with a nutritious meal at lunchtime, they will be able to at least go home with some nutritious food in their belly. So for those of you who have not yet known about this project, please tell your friends, and if you feel like donating to this project, these funds will be duly accounted for. May I announce the presence of Hector Reyes over there? A classmate of ours. Hector, raise your hand. He looks younger than most of us because he behaves younger than most of us. He is... Sino pa? Oh, okay, Vern.
Vern. Okay. Hector. Tagal mong tinago si Vern, ha? Thank you very much. Who's next? Ador. Ador. Salvador Tolentino.
I'm Ador Tolentino. Good evening. First of all, as we were approaching this event, I was looking at my past emails with regards to this event. And while I was admiring our Buangs, our East Coast Buangs, for their capabilities of preparing and organizing, I sort of thought that probably I should call them a delegation of Buangs. Because I noticed that when I arrived last night and tonight, and as we go along through the days, I noticed that most of the jobs were given to the wives. I delegate this to you, I delegate this to you, etc. And mabuti naman because, well, I believe in the saying that the success of every man, behind the success of every man is a woman. And I am sure this would not have been a success if it were not because of the women.
Yes! Yes!
Bago sigawan ni Jake, dahil matagal, naalala ko sinabi ni Buddy Braganza, yung may tokayo, si Buddy Braganza, Salvador, no? Salvador. May tokayo about Viagra, and what Dr. Boy Abay said about Alzheimer's. Kasi I read a long time ago that in the past, so many researches were being done for Viagra and for breast implants. Imbes na sa Alzheimer's. Mabuti na lang ngayon, thanks to Boy De Claro and others like him, nagre-research na sa Alzheimer's, no? For the cure. Otherwise, I was thinking, pag lumabas tayo rito, many years from now, when we meet again, we will meet old men and women, old men with hard-ons, and old women with large breasts, without knowing what to do with them.
Ador is one of the four lawyers who are in the group here, and he is still a bachelor. So, yung mga dalaga dyan, mag-ingat kayo. Okay? We were together for dinner last night, and I asked Ador, ilang bang chicks ang pinatos mo? Sabi ni Ador, Rico, you know, I tried to make a list, pero hindi ko maantandaan. No, Ador was one of the bachelors in the group.
Most prolific when it comes to girls.
Most prolific when it comes to girls. He was first secretary of the Department of Foreign Affairs in the Philippine mission to the United Nations for 12 years. And he stayed in New York. So, ano ito? Diplomatic ito. Ben, Angie, here's your fellow diplomat. Who's next? Donnie.
Good evening. Ako po si Donnie Failona. Marami po salamat doon sa mga iskos. At napaka-mainit ang inyong pagtanggap sa amin.
Napaka-simpatic!
I am here with my wife, Tina Filamon, of St. Scholastica's. At gusto ko sana ipaalala sa inyo ang kalimitan sinasabi ni Father Levi sa misa. Tumingin lang kayo sa tabi-tabi nyo. Yung classmate nyo o kaibigan nyo, hindi nyo kinikibo. For the last 20 years, ikibuin nyo na. Dahil bukas makalaway, hindi nyo na alam. Kayo na hindi nyo. In that light, humihingi ko kami ng paumanhin, kami mga nasa 4A.